Our chairman is a man with history himself. This is a man that went to Africa first with humanitarian group just to look at, okay, how can we help poor Africans? But he went there, he had an entrepreneurial glasses, and he looked and said, yeah, opportunities in Africa. Why are you saying Africa is poor? And he has been a pioneer in setting up a company there, which has been very, very successful. And now he's involved, the executive of many companies that are involved in Africa, because that has been his mission to push Canadian companies to look at Africa as a partner, as a place to be. So without further ado, join me to welcome our chairman, Benoit Salle. Benoit, to you.
Yes, thank you, Nola. Thank you. Nola, thank you for this introduction. It's always extremely important to explain why the Canadian Council is there and the opportunity that exists. Thank you for organizing this post-COVID-19 conference. I know you don't want us to talk about COVID, but COVID has changed the world. It's changed business. It will continue to change business. It will change the world. And we have great speakers today to address those issues. I'll act as the moderator, but as most of you know, we are involved in solar energy in Africa, and it's in Burkina Faso, in Senegal, in Niger, and many other countries. Solar is changing the world now, and post-COVID, it'll be even more aggressive. I don't know that you all saw the new Tesla battery that was announced this week, which now is much cheaper than gasoline at any price. So we're moving towards this new economy. And of course, Africa will be part of this. Mining, we're involved in mining in many countries. Mining currently is slowed down, has been slowed down. But as soon as the recovery is coming into the new world, people believe that we're going to head into the greatest boom ever that we will have seen because of all the money printing that's been done and that's going to be done by all the developed countries' banks and the central banks and the European banks, and even the IMF will set hundreds of billions aside for for the economies to grow. So I was talking to friends in the iron ore business, and they're getting ready for the biggest demand ever in iron ore because the governments are going to use infrastructure to restart the economies and to put people back at work. So iron ore is gearing up for massive demand. Nickel, copper for massive demand. The battery energy is also gearing up for massive demand. So it's very interesting what's happening. And again, for Africa, Africa will be the source of all these materials. And you also have agriculture, where we're involved in agriculture in mainly in North and West Africa. And it's the same thing. And why all of that is even more important now, agriculture, mining, and energy to support all of that, is there is a massive reset at the moment in supply chain management. It's not true that we will rely 80-90% on one source of supply for medicine, for food, for energy, for batteries. It's just not going to happen. We've just lived through hell in COVID-19 to understand where the masks are going to be coming from, the respirators, the hand soap, all of that. It's not happening anymore in supply chain management that we will depend on a few countries. And I think all of that is a massive push for Africa. It's a new opportunity where the world is going to a reset. And we're seeing it, we're feeling it. And you'll have the same thing in uranium. I mean, uranium for a while was, a topic you couldn't talk about, and now it's changing because at the end, it probably will be the solution for many countries. So we're in a position where the world is changing rapidly. COVID accelerated everything. It stopped fightings in many regions of the world. It's got people together like never before. And after COVID, potential of businesses between Canada and Africa, I don't believe has never been as hot, as good. And that's why we have these outstanding speakers. I'm going to leave it to them to go through what they see. But I feel we're being told and we're being asked for material, for energy, for agriculture, and all this is accelerating. We're now in a bit of a slow period because COVID is not yet fixed. So it has slowed down the financial markets and some of other markets. But when it's coming out, when we're coming out of this, it'll be the biggest boom ever that you will have seen.